At rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Blue 30.
Check, 48, the mic.
Snickers, 66.
Check, check. Fresno. Check.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And his first pass is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way you press the hole, absolutely perfect.
44.
Safe. Check.
Quarter.
Check.
Throwing now. Roethlisberger on first down. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Think about some of the memorable performances that Ben Roethlisberger has had over the years, and one of them came against the Ravens. He threw 6 touchdowns back in 2014 in a win against Baltimore. And actually, now that I think about it, that was on the heels of a 6-touchdown performance in a win over Indianapolis the week prior. So October of 2014 was kind to Big Ben. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up?
52, check 24. Shit.
Now Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 14.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Alert!
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Block 80!
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Check 50. Check.
Big.
26.
They'll run here with Connor. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Check 48's the mic. Time to go. Night. Showing up.
Snickers, got spin.
48 the mic. Watch the screen. Pass. Check 43.
You good?
Kill. Check 3.
They'll look to run with Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, G.
This is the rookie from Oklahoma State, Justice Hill. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Hill going to try the right side. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Guys, game situation. Let's go.
Play action. Now Jackson steps away. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete.
Jackson on the keeper. Intended for Miles Boykin. Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
You think you won't get this? You think you won't get this? Yes, sir. 26 Mike. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. Target. 26 Mike. 26 Mike.
To throw again. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Justice Hill with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
That ties the game.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Snickers.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Undercook. 50. 50. Let him know. Easy.
Check 37.
Hey, Haywood. Black and turn.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. That'll bring up second down.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Easy.
Tighten up. Watch twins.
Protein spill. Black and turn.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A good pickup there, a 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Taken down back at the 42.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Mike's 50. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Mike's 50.
What's the run? Hey, they're running it. Mike's 50. What we got? Hey, Mike 50.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson, open receiver. That's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21.
First down, Ravens.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Let's go, get excited, let's go, let's go.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Steelers' 1-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Hill. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Justice Hill with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
I got you.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Go. Go.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Safety's creeping. Echo. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is
Jackson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. His throw incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
22, 44. Take both of them.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Washington. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards, a first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
48 Mike. 48 Mike.
Greystone, travel.
Watch the pass. Check.
Right back to Cotter here on 1st. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. The left side taken in by Washington. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. Yeah, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Set. 180.
Check. 48's the Mike. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. 6 guys. Check 6.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
3rd down and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Alert flare.
Beat these two. Jack 16. Hey, alert.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Ravens' 3-yard line.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Come on.
Slant. Now spin. No.
Here's Roethlisberger, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Roosevelt Nix, his second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And the kick here no good, but a penalty flag is down. Looks like he got run into. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go!
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike's 50. Get him. Mike's 50.
Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's Sam Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change.
He's got a man, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
That's it. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson got a man. It's Brown. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot, and you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
26 Mike.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Bud Dupree. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
26 Mike.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Here we go.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down, being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
50.
At the 27-yard line.
Check. What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up?
Here's Roethlisberger. Washington with the catch, middle of the field. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 44-yard line.
And the Steelers' 1st down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10 is Connor. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go, here we go. Black 20. Let's go. Monday. Show that bench release and go. Back. Check. Hey. Let's go. Black, get back.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
You good?
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Alert. Check 13. Check 13.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
I'm coming after you. for you. 40's the mic. Squeeze.
Here's Roethlisberger. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Jack 16. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
49, check 49, check 49.
King.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Jackson to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Jackson now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Check 99.
Now Jackson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of them.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Mike Hilton, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Let's get this.
Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Steelers, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the calendar changed October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.